Okay, so price is fractal, time is fractal. When the market is moving from a point of grab of liquidity and an extension to get the future level where the price is most likely going to bounce, the easiest way is to grab, if they expanded upwards, is to grab the liquidity, the Gann box from the top to the turning point. So the turning point, I refer to the turning point, is the highest point before they start to go down. I'm after the expansion.
Okay.
That's your first Gann, that's your first key level. Now, because the range is very wide, and then you are expecting the price to give you a higher low, so you have to, by default, start to split multiple times these levels here, right? And then
Yeah.
the only thing is that once you do this, you want to put your lines here, you want to put your lines here, and then how you're gonna match this perfectly is with time. Asian session, London session, US session,
Yeah.
Asian session, London
Yeah.
session, US session, Asian session, London session, US session, Asian session, London session, US session. That is where those pinpoints are gonna come from. But before the market comes here,
Yeah.
you can already get those levels, and also in the opposite direction, right? So, for example, here, from here to here, you see, from here to here, that you get your lower high.
Okay. So you can trade both sides. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Why would it matter?
Yeah. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. Like, so for example, if we take, okay, this one, it responded, right? We can see from this high to this low, it responded, right? So now
Yeah.
this high is based on splitting these two here, basically. If you split this here, you see,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
right? And then the market reject this area, comes here, and then this area is about splitting the top part here because price is fractal.
Yeah.
So all these can be done in advance because price is moving from left to right. So it's just about understanding really that price is fractal and then slowly adding your Gann box, your Gann tool, and you can trade in both direction. You want to continue or you're good?
Yeah. So the both, I know the both methods are same, but which is more approachable? Like this
Oh, the
previous
other
one.
one, yeah, the one with one candle and two
Yeah. Yeah.
candles. That's what. Okay, no problem. Let's do this one. So let's go on. Allahu Allah. This one was an easy one today. I'll do it under 15 minutes for now. So, very simple, because this is basically the fractal version of what I just did with multiple candles, right?
Yeah.
So, this
Yeah.
is what I call the Enigma liquidity concept. So that means you do not need to do deep analysis. You just wait every day on one time frame, 15-minute or 30-minute time frame. You understand? And then all you gotta do is the market is going to show its hand. You just have to react. So it's doing this big candle. You can clearly see the body close below. So what we want to see is the candle high, higher for sell trade. We want to see the candle high, higher than the previous candle high. That's a clear grab of liquidity. And we want to see the body close below its own 50% because we are measuring this
Yeah.
single candle. And then after that, we can decide if we want to be super precise to split this into multiples if we wanted to, right? And that's it. You look at where the price opened exactly on the 50, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a maniac. You don't really have to do that. If you can get,
The thing, can I ask something?
yeah,
Sorry. I can find now. You find the right candle, right, to trade.
yeah. You're trying to understand how do I find this candle in real time? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is many candles like that which see
No.
the
Look,
liquidity of another candle.
look. Let's say this is real time, right? This is
Yeah,
in real time. This is the Asian session, right? That means the
yeah.
opportunity started here. You missed it, so you're not gonna look for a trade.
Oh,
You understand?
okay.
And then when they get out of the box, that's when you're going to get your next trade opportunity because Frankfurt is opening. That's why we talk about time. Frankfurt is opening. That is the opening of Frankfurt. So now look, that's your opportunity right here. Bada boom. And then you start to, a new opportunity arises. And then you split, you split, you split. And then just wait. You understand? So it's about time. So even though between these two here, so where is this? So between this gap here, there is gonna be opportunities.
Yeah.
And then between the gap from here to US session, you're gonna have
Okay.
opportunities as well.
So that
Because
is where I should look for trades between Asian and London. Am I right?
yeah, yeah. If you're trading, if your intention is to trade the London session, then it's gonna be between here. It's either going to happen between the two here, or it's going to happen
Okay.
you see, for example, here at the end of the box, because this is not all London. This is the first 1 hour is Frankfurt opening, and then in the middle
Yeah.
is London open, and then they do their thing.
Okay.
Okay, but then, like I said, this understanding is not limited to all highs and lows. So, for example, here, look. This is two candles, right? This high is higher than
Yeah.
the previous candle high. The candle body closed below the 50%. That's your confirmation and your bias. The market already show you the trend, which is there. That's the trend. You see? That's the trend. On the next candle open, it taps here, you enter. You put your stop loss right here.
Okay. 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 Now it makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not about always finding the highs and the lows, because you're not gonna be that perfect. But it's about understanding that price is fractal in itself. So when you're looking at the candles, what is similar to looking at what I showed you earlier on before when I started the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same. It's like all those higher lows here are 50%, but it's a fractal of it. You have one, then you split this in two, then you split this again, and that you can split it as much as you want. It's gonna touch 50%. You see, 50. So it's just about
Yeah.
it's just an easy way to ugly way to analyze, but at least you get your key levels, and after you can just delete your you can just delete the Gann boxes, right? Which is not that's easy to do. And people are like, "Oh, are you so accurate?" Well, you look at the time. This is New York PM session. So if a New York PM session they come back here, ah, and you see that's what ICT called order block. You understand?
Yeah.
But he doesn't
I get.
explain it like this. Because
Okay.
if he does, people will not need him in 1 week, and he wants people to need him. But I don't think he knows that, to be honest. To be honest, so it's not really his fault.
Yeah.
I think that his experience allowed him to understand that yeah, there's an algorithm, there's a pattern, but he's not able to explain it like this, where it's actually makes sense. Where you're splitting time. We are splitting time with the Fibonacci because Fibonacci is time. Because what is time? Time is the accumulation of numbers that build upon the other and that becomes greater. And the same with Fibonacci. If you go online and you type in Fibonacci sequence, time is Fibonacci because this is the sequence. The zero is not part of it, right? It's one, one. To get this next number, all you gotta do, 1 + 1 = 2. To get this number, 2 + 1 = 3. To get this number, 3 + 2 = 5. So what is time? Time is 1 second getting to 2 seconds, 2 seconds get to 3 seconds, 3 seconds. So it's fractal. You see, it's just build up on the
Yeah.
other, right? So that's what it's all about Fibonacci, basically. It's all about Fibonacci, and Fibonacci helps you if you understand the depth of it, the limitless nature of it. Then it makes sense. Um, yeah, it's like the Russian doll. Don't know if you know about the Russian doll. It's like
What is that?
a big doll, and then they put another doll inside of it. It's like what I'm doing right now. It's like they call it, they split it. It's like you're splitting times. It's like grain of sands, right? If you are
Yeah.
from high above and you look down, all the grain of sands on the beach, they look like one mass. But then when you go on the floor and you grab the sand in your hand, you have little dots of sand. So it's the same.
Yeah.
So if you want to split sand, or I'm not gonna say you're gonna split sand, but you get the concept. Like when we look at this, it looks scary because it's like, oh, the market, da 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 da. But in reality, it's because it was the way it was explained to us all these past years, right? So, but obviously, I think things are gonna change because more people are going to understand this, like how I explained it, and it's gonna be easier. So I'm just gonna give you the rule, and after I'm gonna let you go. So for the buy trade, you wanna be looking for uh, a high. So for example, a low that is lower than the previous candle low, and then
Yeah.
you want to see that candle body close above its own 50%, which is this. Then
Yeah.
if it's very large, then you start to split micro. You see, they already tap it and then they went up, right? For the
Yeah.
sell trade, like I said, we can do this multiple times. The sell trade is the opposite. It's just the opposite. You identify a candle where the high is higher than the previous candle highs, and then the body closed below the 50% of its own center of mass. And then after that, to get
Okay.
super precise, you can just split it because above is going to be your discount, but the 50 level is your first level of discount, right? It's your midpoint.
Yeah.
And then after that, you just match it with the right time. You see the times. So you see every session, there's going to be an opportunity. So for example, here, you get opportunities all over here. It's like, and that's why I was showing you this. This is like one opportunity right here. Because the market, that's the lowest
Yeah.
point, that's the highest point, the market pullback. But you see, if you do not split it, you do not get that specific precision. You see, as soon as I split it,
Yeah.
pinpoint. So that's what
Yeah.
the difference is you have to split it to multiples, because when you split it, they add on top of each other and they become key levels. And then the only difference is at the timing, because this is the opening of the Asian session, right? The Asian kill zone.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense?
Yep.
Okay, my brother. I will edit the video and send it and probably post it on YouTube. You don't mind, right?
No, of course not.
It will be public, right? So you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, brother. Thanks for watching and have a great evening. And I'll
You
send
too,
you the
bye.
link. You're welcome.